Have you ever felt like you were doing something great for your body, only to later discover it was actually causing harm? Think about this. Have you ever grabbed a handful of pumpkin seeds, tossed them into your oatmeal, or just snacked on them straight from the bag, thinking, hey, they're healthy. What could possibly go wrong? After all, we're told pumpkin seeds are packed with nutrients like magnesium, zinc, fiber, and healthy fats. They're even called a superfood, right? But here's the thing most people don't realize. Even superfoods can backfire, especially as we get older. You could be eating something that's supposed to be good for you and still end up causing digestive problems, stressing your kidneys, messing with your blood pressure, or even interfering with your medications without even knowing it. And that's where it gets dangerous. What seems like a healthy choice could be doing more harm than good, and you might not even connect the dots. You may never see it coming, just a little bloating here, a spike in blood pressure there, or medications that don't work quite the way they used to, and yet, all this time, those innocent pumpkin seeds might be the culprit. So let me ask you something. Do you eat pumpkin seeds? Drop a comment below and let me know. Let's see how many of us are unknowingly making these health mistakes, thinking we're doing good when we might actually be doing harm. Trust me, you're not alone. And if you want to make sure you're making the smartest food choices as you age, so you can live with more control, clarity, and vitality, hit that subscribe button now. Let's dive in and uncover the 8 biggest mistakes people make with pumpkin seeds. Some of these might surprise you, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to enjoy pumpkin seeds the right way, without putting your health at risk. Mistake number 1, eating them raw without cleaning properly. Let me introduce you to John. He's 72, retired, and working on living a little healthier. Like many of us, he read somewhere that pumpkin seeds are great for the heart, packed with magnesium and antioxidants. So, every morning, he'd grab a small handful of raw pumpkin seeds straight from the package and toss them into his yogurt. At first, everything seemed fine, but after a few weeks, John started feeling off, bloated, gassy, and uncomfortable after meals. He didn't suspect the seeds at all. Here's the thing you might not know. Raw pumpkin seeds can carry bacteria, mold spores, or pesticide residue, especially if they're not organic or haven't been properly handled. And while younger immune systems can fight this off, older adults have a harder time, which can lead to digestive issues or more serious reactions. So, while we think raw is always better, it might actually be making us sick. So, how do you fix it? Simple. Rinse your pumpkin seeds, especially if they're from a bulk bin or a fresh pumpkin. Then roast them lightly, just enough to kill off any bacteria, without losing the nutrients. This way, you're not just adding flavor, but also making them easier to digest. Mistake number 2, overeating pumpkin seeds. Now, let's talk about Martha. She's 68, sharp as a tack, and making the switch from chips to healthier snacks. She picked up a bag of organic, unsalted pumpkin seeds. Perfect, right? She'd snack on them while watching TV, just a few here and there. But after a while, her weight started creeping up. She felt sluggish and her cholesterol numbers weren't looking as good as before. What went wrong? Here's the catch. Even though pumpkin seeds are healthy, they're calorie-dense and packed with fat. Half a cup of pumpkin seeds is over 300 calories. Even though it's a good fat, too much of it can overload your digestive system as we age. And here's the dangerous misconception. It's healthy fat, so I can eat as much as I want. But the reality is, as we get older, our metabolism slows down, and we can't break down fat as efficiently anymore. So what's the smart move? Stick to just 1 or 2 tablespoons a day. That's enough to get all the good stuff, magnesium, zinc, and protein, without overloading your system. And try to eat them with meals, not as an all-day snack. This way, you get the benefits without tipping the scales. Mistake number 3, ignoring a high fiber load. Now let's talk about Elaine. She's 68 and trying to stay regular. After reading that pumpkin seeds are a great source of fiber, she got excited and added them to everything. Her cereal in the morning, salads at lunch, even smoothies. At first, she felt great, but soon she started feeling bloated, backed up, and uncomfortable. One night, the pain got so bad that her daughter had to take her to the emergency room. And what was the cause? Too much fiber from those innocent-looking pumpkin seeds. Here's what most people don't realize. Pumpkin seeds are packed with fiber, and while fiber is good for you, it's all about balance. As we age, our digestion slows down, and if you suddenly start loading up on high fiber foods, your gut can get overwhelmed. This can lead to bloating, constipation, or even more serious blockages. So, how can you fix this? If you're adding pumpkin seeds or any high fiber food to your diet, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, at least 6 to 8 glasses a day. And if you already struggle with constipation, start with just a teaspoon of seeds a day, then slowly work your way up. Your body will adjust. Mistake number 4, eating pumpkin seeds when dehydrated. Let me tell you about Tom. He's 75, active, and drinks coffee in the morning, maybe a soda here and there. He doesn't feel thirsty much during the day. But one day, his doctor tells him his kidney numbers are off. Tom is confused. He doesn't take painkillers, he doesn't eat fast food, and he tries to keep things healthy. But when he mentioned snacking on pumpkin seeds, the doctor raised an eyebrow. Here's why. Pumpkin seeds are high in phosphorus. Phosphorus is essential for bone and cell health, but too much of it, especially if your kidneys aren't working as efficiently, can cause problems. Your kidneys filter out excess phosphorus in the blood, but when you're not hydrated enough, it strains your kidneys even more. Over time, this can lead to kidney damage and other issues. So the fix? If you're already dealing with kidney issues or you're on diuretics that flush out fluids, it's best to limit or avoid pumpkin seeds. Always talk to your doctor before adding them to your regular diet. Mistake number 5, buying flavored seeds with hidden sodium. Let's talk about Margie. She's 70, energetic, and loves spicy snacks. She found a bag of chili lime roasted pumpkin seeds at the store. They seemed like the perfect snack, healthy and full of flavor. But what Margie didn't realize was that those seeds were loaded with sodium. Over time, her blood pressure started creeping up, and during a routine checkup, her doctor told her she was dangerously close to needing medication. She was shocked because she thought she was eating something healthy. Here's the catch. Some store-bought pumpkin seed packets contain over 200 milligrams of salt in just one handful. That's a lot of sodium for someone trying to avoid high blood pressure or heart issues. So the fix? Always check the label. If the sodium content is more than 5% of your daily value per serving, put it back. Better yet, buy raw, unsalted seeds and roast them yourself at home. You'll get all the benefits without the added salt, sugar, or preservatives. These are just the first few mistakes, but they're crucial. If you're making any of these mistakes, it's time to adjust and protect your health. The small changes you make today could lead to better digestion, better sleep, and overall well-being. So, which of these mistakes hit home for you? Drop a comment below. What surprised you the most about today's video? And if you want to learn more tips to stay healthy and feel great as you age, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You're not alone in this journey, and together, we can keep making smarter, healthier choices every day. Mistake number 6, eating pumpkin seeds late at night. Let's talk about Sam, who's 73 and has a habit many of us can relate to, late night snacking. Sam would have a small bowl of pumpkin seeds while reading the newspaper in bed. It seemed harmless at first, but over time, Sam noticed something strange. His sleep wasn't as restful. He started having odd dreams, tossing and turning, and waking up feeling unrest. He assumed it was just part of getting older. But it wasn't just age, it was the timing. Here's why. Pumpkin seeds contain tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce melatonin and serotonin, both linked to better sleep. Sounds perfect, right? But pumpkin seeds are also high in protein and fat, which means your body has to work harder to digest them, especially when you're lying down. So, while one part of the seeds is try to help you relax, the rest of your digestive system is working overtime when it should be resting. And here's the common misconception. They help me sleep, so I'll eat them right before bed. In reality, eating seeds too late or in too large a quantity can interfere with your sleep. So, how do you get the benefits without the sleep disruption? Have your pumpkin seeds earlier in the evening, ideally 2 to 3 hours before bed. This gives your body enough time to digest them and ensures your sleep isn't disturbed. Mistake number 7, mixing pumpkin seeds with medications. Let me tell you about Beatrice, who's 76 and always trying to improve her health. She started adding pumpkin seeds to her oatmeal, her yogurt, and even snacking on them before dinner. But Beatrice was also on blood thinners after a mild stroke the previous year. Her doctor had prescribed medication to prevent clots. She thought she was doing everything right, but she didn't realize that pumpkin seeds, though natural, can interact with medications. Here's the issue. Pumpkin seeds contain vitamin K, which can affect blood clotting. Omega-3 fatty acids, while usually beneficial, can also thin the blood further. If you're already on blood thinners, this could tip the balance in the wrong direction. The truth is, many natural foods can interfere with medications, especially for seniors who are taking multiple prescriptions like blood pressure meds, diuretics, or statins. Pumpkin seeds have minerals and oils that can complicate things without you even realizing it. What should you do if you're on chronic medication, especially for the heart, kidneys, or blood? Talk to your doctor before adding a lot of pumpkin seeds to your diet. You don't have to cut them out completely, but it's important to be aware of how they could affect your treatment. Mistake number 8. Thinking more is better just because it's healthy. Now, here's Ava. She's 70, dealing with arthritis in her knees. She read that pumpkin seeds have anti-inflammatory properties, magnesium, and healthy fats. Great for joints, right? So she went all in. Morning smoothie, add pumpkin seeds. Midday snack, pumpkin seed bar. Dinner, a salad with more seeds. She thought, if a little is good, more must be better. But soon, Ava started feeling worse. Constant indigestion, bloating, and even weight gain. She was frustrated. She thought she was doing everything right. Here's the truth. Even healthy foods can cause harm if you go overboard. Superfoods aren't miracle curers. They're part of a bigger picture, a balanced lifestyle, not a shortcut. There's this dangerous myth that if something is good for you, you can have as much of it as you want. But the reality is, your body thrives on balance. As we age, variety becomes more important than ever. Focusing too much on one food, even a healthy one, can crowd out other nutrients your body needs. So what's the takeaway here? Enjoy your pumpkin seeds. They're nutritious, crunchy, and can absolutely support your health. But only when you eat them in the right way, in the right amount, and at the right time. And that's where the real wisdom comes in. Not from chasing the next big health trend, but from understanding your body and making thoughtful choices. So, let's take a breath and go over everything we covered today. We talk about the 8 common mistakes people, especially older adults, make when eating pumpkin seeds. We started with something simple, not washing raw seeds properly, which can bring in bacteria and mold that our aging immune systems struggle to handle. Then we discussed portion sizes and how easy it is to overeat, even with something healthy. Fiber overload was next. Too much fiber without water can backfire and cause digestive issues. We looked at how dehydration and eating seeds high in phosphorus can put strain on your kidneys. And let's not forget the store-bought flavored seeds full of sodium that can raise your blood pressure. We also learned that timing matters. Eating seeds late at night can disrupt your rest. Then we covered the big one, mixing pumpkin seeds with medications, which can be dangerous without realizing it. And finally, we looked at the dangerous myth that more is better simply because something is healthy. Each one of these mistakes may seem small on its own, but together they show just how important it is to be aware of what we put into our bodies. Wisdom and awareness can protect your health as you age, and you don't have to make these mistakes anymore. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed strange symptoms after eating something you thought was helping you? Maybe it was pumpkin seeds, maybe something else. Drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear what surprised you the most from today's video. And if this conversation has opened your eyes, even just a little, hit that subscribe button and join us. You're not alone on this journey. We're in this together, learning how to age gracefully, eat wisely, and live with intention. The more you know, the better choices you can make for yourself and the people you care about. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Your time is valuable. Your health is worth protecting. And your wisdom is growing one step at a time. Stay informed, stay kind to your body, and remember, even the small changes we make today can protect us tomorrow. I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, take care and keep walking forward with grace.